about this new series, Nail Trends Now. This is focused on current nail trends that you can execute right now. All the products used in this series are available at your local Ulta beauty supply. Featured international nail artist and Young Nails general manager Tracey Reierson has worked with Fenty Beauty as their go-to for nail designs on their runway fashion shows and also photo shoots. She's going to show you designs that are unbelievably eye-catching yet easy to execute, and especially ones that you can do right now. Nail art can seem like almost impossible, but not for somebody like Tracey, who does all of the Fenty fashion shoots and fashion shows. Basically, she's given inspiration and she's got to produce designs. We want to teach you how to do that. We want to actually show you how this works, and so that you can look at something and you can create designs for yourself. And you can walk down the street into Ulta and pick up all the products, because everything we're gonna do on this series is based off of every single product we've got at Ulta. You're gonna trip out on the designs that we're gonna create right now. Take me on the journey.
Take me on the journey.
Yes, through this process.
You know what, there's so many different ways you can go. It really depends on your mood at the time, because moods change
Okay,
constantly.
I'm pissed off.
Oh, then we got you.
Let's go. I see a lot of, like, especially in LA, I see a lot of like athletic kind of a vibe. What would you recommend there? What type of look, what type of products? What are you gonna pick?
Black.
How do you?
It's a dress down kind of cool.
Right.
Right?
It's a dress down kind of cool. That's exactly right. So
It's her.
Okay, so like this kind of look right here, correct?
Yes, so we see a lot of this, and this kind of really fits into what we do with Fenty Puma. You got the really cool athletic,
right,
but in a kind of fashionable kind of way. You know, they're stepping up their game. So this look, you want to be able to go from this to work to dress up. That's not a problem. We got that.
What's the process, the beginning process of figuring out the nails?
I go to the colors, and the colors are what kind of
speak
to me.
The colors are right here.
Right.
What's speaking to you right now? And take us through what we got here, by the way. These are the products that we've got at Ulta.
Yes. So we have amazing stamping plates. We have the ombre kits. We have the chrome kits. We have foil. We have a lot of foil kits. Some more chroming. Beautiful 22 colors. Also our base and top, and then sugar. It's actually a lot of stuff. I mean, you could create for days with this.
Good, because that's exactly what we're going to be doing.
So I think when I do things like this, the first thing I usually go to is color.
Okay.
And that's what I start with.
So are you picking like 2 or 3 colors, or more than like 5 or 6? Like where?
You know what? It depends on the look. Some of it, it's like immediately I know what colors I want to grab, and then some I have to work a little bit in my brain, because you can go a couple different directions. For this 40 look, we're going to go with that kind of the black, of course. We're going to start with the Look Don't Touch, which is going to be our base, and then we're going to go more of that silver. We got that kind of jersey feel, and then I really feel like I'm going to stick with these 2 colors. That simple, and then we're going to bring in maybe some stamping to give us that little sport design to it. This is where I'll start kind of going back and forth, and maybe we'll do both.
Okay, well, I would love to see what products you end up with, and then after you pick your products, to tell us why you picked them, and get into design.
Let's do it.
Does that work?
Yeah.
All right, cool, let's do it.
So the first thing I want to do is show you what I came up with, what products we're going to use. We're going to start with the color. We have our Look Don't Touch and our Rewind Repeat. The reason why I picked these colors is they remind me of sportswear. I see a lot of black, I see a lot of silver, I see a lot of white. I didn't want to use white, so we're going black and silver. Then I wanted to throw in a stamp. I wanted something that kind of mimics the stripes that we see in sportswear. So I grabbed the Born to Ride stamping, and we have this one plate, or we have this one design on here that has some striping that we're gonna use. Then to add some texture, something a little more interesting, we're gonna add the diamond chip foil out of this kit. This actually has a hot pink in the kit, but we're only going to use the diamond chip foil out of the kit. So I actually have nail extensions on, so I wouldn't necessarily need a base coat, but I'm gonna walk you guys through it like if you had natural nails. So if you have artificial nails on, you can skip the base coat. If you have natural nails, I want you to put a layer of base coat on first. We're gonna start with the pinky first. I prefer to start pinky to thumb. Everybody has their own different process, but this is what I like to do. We're gonna take it and apply it from cuticle to free edge, all the way down. We're gonna do this on all 10 nails before we get to our color. So next we're gonna grab our colors. We're gonna grab Look, Don't Touch and Rewind, Repeat. I'm gonna grab them both at the same time because as I'm going, I'm gonna paint different fingers, different colors. So I have them both out. I can just grab the color I'm gonna put on that finger. Now here's the part that you don't wanna overthink. Just have fun with it. Everything will match because you're using the same colors throughout, but I don't want you to get too worried about getting matchy-matchy on it. We're gonna start, I think the first one I'm gonna paint out is Rewind, Repeat on the pinky. And we're gonna paint out from cuticle to free edge. Next one, I think I'm gonna go ahead and go Look, Don't Touch. Get a nice layer. Look, Don't Touch is so pigmented, it covers so nicely. If you get a little bit in the cuticle area like I did, I don't want you to overthink it, just leave it. We'll come back and we'll show you how to clean that up. Next one, I think we're gonna go again. We're gonna go Look, Don't Touch again. And when you're doing your own nails, it really is just about trying to get balanced. I keep my hand flat, I keep my hand anchored on the table, and I paint it out. Let's go Rewind, Repeat the next one. I think I have your football team colors going on, hubby.
Me too. I love them.
And let's go ahead and do a Look, Don't Touch on the thumb. Grab a little bit more, letting that brush kind of just hug around the cuticle area. Brush it out. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and grab the transfer foil next because it takes about 2 minutes for the polish to set up where you wanna do your transfer foil. So this is the first thing I'm gonna grab and do. You can have it pre-cut. I did not think that thoroughly, so we're gonna go ahead and cut it now. Just cut ourselves off a little piece with some really dull scissors. So we have our diamond chip foil. Super fun. So we're going to do the foil on the center now. I'm just gonna take it so you have your top piece, which is the holographic, and then you have your bottom. We're gonna push the bottom down, just picking it up as we go. Push down, pull up, push down, pull up, wherever you think you might want it, and you can see how it starts to stick to the wet polish. Taking a look at it, kind of looking at all the nails, I think that's the only nail that I'm gonna foil. We're gonna grab our Born to Ride plate, our clear shot stamper, and we're gonna start with our Rewind, Repeat, and then our scraping card. So there's a couple other things that I want you to grab if you're doing stamping. I want you to go ahead and grab some polish remover and something sticky, either a piece of tape. I like to use a lint roller. This is what we're gonna clean our stamper off with. And what I want you to do is, the first thing, I want you to make sure that your plate is clean. We're just gonna take a little polish remover on our wipe and just clean the stamp that we're using. I've already pulled the blue film that comes in the packaging off. That's important. Take off the blue film, and then we're just gonna lightly clean it and make sure it's ready and prepped. Get our clear shot stamper out. Get our stamping card close. We're gonna take our rewind repeat, and we're gonna just fill the lines in, just about halfway. Once we've done that, we have a little time at this point to grab our stamper and our scraper. Once we scrape the plate, we need to move fairly quickly. So I'm gonna kind of get the idea of the nail that I'm gonna be stamping, which is right here. I'm gonna grab our scraper, pull it across. We're gonna pick it up. We're gonna take a look at where we want the design to land, and we're gonna follow all the way through. So we need to get our polish remover, our wipe out again. We're gonna cleanse that plate off. We need to do this every time we stamp. We're gonna grab that lint roller or the piece of tape, whatever you have, our stamper, and this is what cleans the stamper off, pulls the whole design off. Wipe off the excess polish from our scraper. Okay, so we just finished with our stamp on a ring finger, and I really thought that I wanted to go another stamp design, but I'm kind of liking the flow of this. I'm always doing this, and it kind of just, it feels right. It's just something that speaks to me. So I feel like if I add another stripe, which was what I was going to do, that maybe I'll verge on the Christmas side instead of the sporty side. And I like the two silvers matching when you bring them together. It just flows correctly to me. I think I'm gonna go ahead and hit this one. Even though the black covered fully, I accidentally hit the side, so I'm gonna do one more coat to make sure it's nice and flawless, and we're gonna top coat. We're good. And it's not a very thick coat, it's just making sure I'm getting all those sides, twisting my hand, making sure I get in there as close as possible. Again, got a little bit on my skin, but that's reality. That's gonna happen, so I'm gonna show you how to clean it up. So we have all this done. I'm gonna go ahead and take my top coat, do a full coverage coat over all 10 nails, and then we're gonna come back and clean up. Again, just a nice healthy amount from cuticle to free edge. Make sure we're covering all of our stamping. We have our top coat on. Now let me show you how to clean up. Let's grab our onto the next polish remover. We're going to grab a little glass dapping dish. Maybe you have a little cup, a little saucer, something you could put a little polish into. And I'm gonna use this little nail brush. However, you can use a Q-tip, or something that works really well is an eyeliner brush to do cleanup. Put a little bit in our glass dish. Gonna get a little nail wipe to wipe off any polish, and let's go into it. So the one that we really need to clean up is the nail we did stamping on. So stamping tends to get on the skin a little bit. We're just gonna take our polish remover and come up the sides, come up our sides, and clean all that excess polish off. If you happen to get quite a bit on your skin, that's not a problem too. A Q-tip might work better for larger areas. We're just going to use this little brush to get in there and make sure it's nice and clean. think we did good on the middle. The pointer, definitely need to clean up the thumb. So I'm gonna get a good amount of polish on there, polish remover on there. Just come up that side. I find that sometimes if you let the polish dry a little bit, it's easier to get off. We are done with our Habib sporty look.
An incredible set of nails by Tracey. This is a nail trend you can do now. Tracey, how do you like the set?
I love it. Simple, fun, sporty, definitely Habib.
Remember, all these products are available. You can get them at Ulta. Most importantly, these are looks and trends that we're gonna show you. This is a nail trend that you can do now.